Floodwaters swamped Lowndes County, 6 homes damaged, and recovery efforts still underway. The latest on the storm's impact coming up on Take 30 News.
Stressed about finals, MSU students put down the books and picked up a paintbrush to boost their mental health. That story next on Take 30 News.
Welcome to Take 30 News. I'm Mercy Rain.
And I'm Thomas Hunt. Thank you for joining us on this fairly cloudy Friday. Floodwaters left behind serious damage in Lowndes County.
6 homes were affected after days of heavy rain and storms earlier this month.
State emergency officials say the damage in Lowndes was due to flooding, part of a larger weather system that hit Mississippi from April 2nd to the 6th. In total, more than 400 homes across the state were damaged, with some destroyed. MEMA teams are still on the ground, verifying damage reports, while volunteers and faith-based groups continue to help families recover.
All this water that's north of us in these other counties are coming south. So it funnels into all these drainage ditches and creeks that funnel into the Luxpalala and then into the Tombigbee. So all this water's got to go somewhere, and it can't move fast enough. That's why we're seeing all the rise in the water.
Lowndes County Sheriff Eddie Hawkins says to call 911.
Its maximum height of 24.2 feet on the Luxpalala. Now to our Campus Connect meteorologist, Michael Sokel.
Yes, that was a very strong storm system that happened in early April. We had another strong line of storms come in last night. The good news is that storm system is out of here in the Carolinas. We're just left with some cloud cover, a few lingering showers, but for the most part, they're starting to dissipate as we head into the afternoon. I'll let you know how long this cloud cover will last into this weekend, and also the warming trend we'll see in this weekend and even going into next week later on in my full forecast.
AI is the newest form of technology to take over the world, but sometimes it is not as safe as it seems.
Grace Harvey talked to experts about the growing fears with AI.
We are surrounded by technology every day, whether it's the TV in our living room or the iPads in our classrooms. AI is the newest thing that can either be very helpful for a project or very dangerous for your social media.
AI, especially nowadays, is extreme. It can be a great tool, but a lot of people abuse it into making images that aren't safe or just put out false rumors about things. So I make sure that whenever I'm reading something, it comes from a good source.
On March 12, 2025, Wilson Frederick Jones, a school teacher in Corinth School District, was arrested and charged with possession and production of morphed images of child pornography using artificial intelligence. Logan Luzar, a marketing student, elaborates on the dangers of artificial intelligence can bring.
I will say AI does have its pros and cons, especially in college, but I would say be careful when you're using AI because you never really know what could be taken away. Make sure you're being cautious with the way you're using it.
Jones took images of his students and turned them inappropriate using Photoshop AI. To many college students, ChatGPT is the only form of AI. But to computer science majors like Tanner Grantham, AI is way more than that.
AI is all over the place. There's no escaping it anymore. Doing your research and just kind of learning more about AI in general, kind of understanding the baseline about it is going to keep you safe online.
As college students in the year 2025, our lives and pictures are everywhere. Whether it's our personal information on a website, dating apps, or social media, we are sharing information constantly without even knowing it. Bailey Tucker says that filtering your followers can help keep your images safe.
I made sure that I don't let anyone follow me that doesn't know who I am, but whenever I was younger, I don't think I did that as much. So I have gotten better about that in the recent years, probably the past 3.
With over 2 million users monthly on just Instagram, social media and artificial intelligence are continuing to take the world by storm. Social media is the main place linked back to catfishing and AI-generated images worldwide. For Take 30 News, I'm Grace Harvey.
Jones is currently awaiting trial.
State lawmakers are still waiting for Governor Tate Reeves to call a special session after adjourning without passing a budget. The governor is expected to call lawmakers back to finalize the state budget and tackle other unfinished business. Local lawmakers say they're ready to return and get to work.
Well, pretty much you have to look at us a lot of back and forth with a lot of disagreements. So for us, the issues, we can't understand what the issues, being on this side, you're not hearing all the news that needs to be heard. It's always two sides to every story. So we just got to get down and make sure that we have a budget to make sure the state of Mississippi is made whole so we can pay everybody.
Very few people realize the budget will not expire until June 30th, so we have plenty of time to come to a compromise, and we will find a way for the betterment of Mississippi to find a budget that reduces taxes, reduces burdens, and make sure that we're getting a good return on investment for taxpayers.
The governor has still not decided when he will call the special session. To comply with state laws, the Mississippi Library Commission has ordered the deletion of 2 research databases, one being a gender studies database and the other being race relations. This commission applies to all publicly funded schools, libraries, community colleges, universities, and state agencies.
We all know that college can be a stressful time for students and we could always use a break. Well, the Office of Student Wellbeing is hosting events for just that, and I got to stop by their Paint What Makes You Happy event this past Wednesday. Spring season is finally here, but this also means many students are gearing up for exams. The Office for Student Wellbeing hosted an event on the drill field this week for students who wanted to de-stress, and instead of cracking open books, they could crack open some paint.
We recognize April is a very stressful time for students at the end of the semester. So we really wanted to create some events to give students a break. And so today we're doing Paint What Makes You Happy and really encouraging students to enjoy this beautiful sunshine today, connect with other students, relax a little bit, and be creative.
There was a great turnout of students that attended this event to help them unwind, but they also had the chance to get some mental health resources.
We are promoting different sectors of our office. So one of the ones is just general mental health well-being. The other one is Bulldogs in recovery. So just supporting the students in recovery. And they also have a pillar of building community. So this is another easy way to come out and build that community. The last two that we have are our student orgs. So one being Active Mind and then Healthy Dogs.
The mental health organizations on campus prioritize hosting events like these for students, and students are always encouraged to reach out to them for help. For more information on mental health opportunities on campus, you can go to healthpromotion.msstate.edu. What a great opportunity for students to find a break during the stress of the school year.
Starkville, Mississippi is on the rise. See how this small town is going back to back like a certain Canadian celebrity.
Also, history was made this past weekend in the Miss Mississippi pageant. We will see how 2 ladies changed the game after the break.
Farming can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll, not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day, of course, but this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles and deeper, more serious issues. It may be a tough conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Thomas Hunt.
And I'm Mercy Rain. Thanks for sticking with us. History was made in Philadelphia, Mississippi with the crowning of the 2 new title holders at the Miss Mississippi USA pageant. East Central Community College freshman Maddie Oliphant is the first African American to be crowned Miss Mississippi Teen USA. Inspired by her brother with autism, her platform, Maddie's Little Library, promotes childhood literacy across Mississippi. She plans to host book drives for preschools and daycares.
Mississippi State's own Mackenzie Cole was crowned Miss Mississippi USA, the youngest winner ever at just 18. She's also the first to hold both the teen and Miss titles. Cole has walked New York Fashion Week and appeared in Times Square. She'll now prepare for the Miss USA pageant in August while promoting the arts and her modeling career.
With the end of the semester getting closer, students can easily find themselves stressing out over finals. So the Student Association came up with a unique way to help calm the nerves.
Take 30 reporter Jessica Joe is in the newsroom. Jessica, this even took movie night to a new level.
You're right, Thomas. Davis-Wade Stadium is typically known for football games, but this week it was all about giving students a chance to relax. Davis-Wade Stadium usually means game days and touchdowns, but this week it turned into the ultimate movie night. Students grabbed blankets, snacks, and settled in to watch the game plan thanks to the Student Association's latest event.
We contacted athletics and we were like, hey, is this a possibility? And they were like, maybe. And we were like constantly contacting them because persistency is just something that I think will get you whatever you want. So they reached back out to us and we're like, we can do this.
What started as just an idea turned into a full-on stadium experience for students to relax. Student Association president said that's exactly what they had in mind.
I think we had a really great turnout. We had a lot of people come up. We had a lot of people getting like funnel cakes and nachos and then deep fried Oreos. So that was really exciting. This is, winding down the semester. So it's a little more difficult. Classes are ramping up. People are really starting to realize like I am a student. So understanding, having that balance. So, you're not just getting beat down with classes, having to, worry about calculus and worry about getting your English paper turned in. You have a moment to hang out with your friends and hang with the student body and get to meet new people and get to enjoy fun things like being in the stadium, in the springtime when it's not even football season and get to do things that you may not always get a chance to do. So I feel like that's a really good experience for students to have, and hopefully we can do more things like that in the future.
Movie night gave students a chance to breathe for a bit, have fun, and make a memory that feels different than cramming in the library. This is Jessica Joe for Take 30 News. That sounds like a perfect way to relax and unwind before finals. The Student Association hopes to make this a biannual event. Mercy and Thomas, back to you.
For the second year in a row, Starkville, Mississippi has had the honor of receiving USA Today's Best Small Town in the South. The award was announced this past week after many rounds of nominations and voting by experts and citizens. The honor is given out once a year by USA Today, and our very own Stark Vegas beat out 19 other cities to earn the award. The award is a sign that Starkville is continuing to expand and grow each year, and the city will look to only continue this success. The Greater Starkville Development Partnership has insight on how this award positively impacts Starkville.
We absolutely love being awarded Best Small Town in the South. Our businesses love it. It gets visitors to Starkville to see, what all the buzz is about. We all know that we're the best in the South, best small town in the South, but now we just get to brag about it on print and media and all of that. And
Starkville has many new updates coming in the next year, so keep an eye out around the city to see what's next for the best small town in the South. After the break, we'll get an in-depth look at what we can expect from the weather coming our way.
And we'll see what has happened in this week for sports. Stay with us.
At Mississippi State University, student-led teams are taking one of the country's biggest health issues to heart. Out to unravel one of science's unsolved mysteries, researchers in MSU's Department of Agriculture and Biological Engineering are asking why and when healthy cells in human arteries can begin changing into bone-like structures that hamper blood flow. This calcification contributes to strokes and heart attacks, two leading causes of death in Mississippi. As part of their groundbreaking research, students are designing a 3D model that allows them to understand how arteries act within the body and what changes them. By recreating what is happening at the cellular level, researchers are pursuing ways to stop and reverse the process of calcification. Testing treatments could lead to new solutions, helping reduce the number of people struggling with the effects of poor heart health, and ultimately saving lives. Mississippi State University, getting to the heart of better health for Mississippians. The sense of place. We all have it. Often grown from deep roots in small-town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties. With nearly 40 years of making a difference, we're revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work, live, and congregate. By weaving together the best pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made, where you have all the things you need. along with all the things you want. Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths forward, and creating the plans for a better tomorrow.
Live look at the Mississippi State live camera, and look at those clouds. They're starting to break away. 66 degrees. It's a bit cooler as we head into the later parts of this afternoon and evening. Throughout the entire viewing area in northeast Mississippi, you could tell where it kind of had a little bit of shower activity up in the northeast. 63 degrees apiece for Fulton and Tupelo. Down to the southwest, a little bit warmer in the upper 60s sills and low 70s, such as Ackerman and Winona, both near 70 degrees. And as we go into the evening, we just had a cold front just push on through. The temperatures are going to drop as well. Look at around 8 p.m. 59 degrees in general, 55 degrees. The clouds will start to clear away, so it'll be a good evening. Just make sure to bring a light jacket if you're going out on this Friday night. For our low temperature tonight, 41 degrees, mostly clear conditions, so we'll have a cool wind from the north at around 5 miles per hour. Now, what's this weekend setup going to be like? Well, those clouds will continue to clear away. In fact, we'll have pretty much sunny conditions throughout the rest of this week, and with the high pressure system out at Louisiana clearing away all the clouds, leaving for a beautiful weekend for Saturday and Sunday, and even carrying into next week. Note, we do have a cold front that will start to push its way. That will affect us later into next week. But a good thing that's also coming is some drier air being pushed down to the south from the trough. That's that little brown line. And you see those orange colors? That's going to seek on down with that northerly wind. And notice the dew points. They'll start dropping into the lower 40s and even upper 30s the more north you go, such as in Tupelo. But on Sunday, with that cold front coming inwards, we're going to start having more of that southerly flow, bringing a little bit more moisture, but still going to feel pretty nice overall as we go into next week. The next 3 days, it's going to be beautiful. Sunny conditions, and we'll increasingly get warmer and warmer. Look at Monday, 82 degrees. That's quite high, and we're not going to see any rain really throughout the better part of the rest of the weekend and even next week until Friday. That's our next big chance of rain. So overall, feeling very nice. I will note on Tuesday it drops a little bit, but Friday's our next rain chance.
Stick around. It was a weekend of highs and lows for the Bulldogs. The baseball team takes the SEC series with a big-time finish, while softball comes up short, but not without some standout swings. Plus, the college transfer portal is heating up. We're breaking down who's leaving, who's coming, and what it means. That and more coming up in sports.
Often grown from deep roots in small-town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties. With nearly 40 years of making a difference, we're revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work, live, and congregate. By weaving together the best pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made, where you have all the things you need, along with all the things you want. Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths forward, and creating the plans for a better tomorrow. When it comes to making the world a better place, it's all in the numbers at Mississippi State University. Our big data science researchers are creating astonishing new algorithms to model human behavior and consumer activity to identify anomalous purchasing patterns. Interpreting the data creates heat maps that can signal fraudulent activity and even predict likely cybercrime locations and perpetrators. And as the only academic institution to team with a state-level DHS agency in the study of transactional data of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, MSU is helping prevent misuse while ensuring that benefits are being used as intended. These successes are opening doors for similar research partnerships with banking, insurance, credit card, and other data-intensive industries, leading to consumer confidence in online and other transactions. Making numbers count. Mississippi State University.
Good afternoon, Bulldogs. I'm Ashlyn Knight, and we've got a lot to unpack in the world of sports. Let's start off with the Bulldog Spirit Squad. Mississippi State Spirit Squad teams are bringing the heat to Daytona Beach. Yesterday was the first day of the preliminary competition where all 4 teams, co-ed, all-girl, Spirit Rally, and dance, came out strong, hitting 0 deduction routines across the boards. Today is finals day and the Bulldogs are ready to leave it all on the mat. Best of luck to our squads as they continue to compete for the national titles of 2025 NCAA and NDA champions. March Madness may be over for Mississippi State, but the real roster moves are just getting started. Take 30's Debrisha Poe is in the newsroom to break down changes.
Both Mississippi State hoops teams made the NCAA tournament, but now the offseason action begins. With the transfer portal open, changes are already hitting both rosters. Mississippi State women's basketball finished in the round of 32, a strong step forward after missing the tournament last year. Head coach Sam Purcell is losing a handful of players to graduation and the portal, including Denham DeShields and myself, Debrisha Poe, but is adding Carissa Richardson and a top 10 freshman class. On the men's side, Chris Jans took the Bulldogs to a 3rd straight tournament, but for the 3rd time they lost in round 1. Key departures include Kanye Clary, Michael Nwoko, and Riley Kugel, but the Bulldogs have already added Jabari McGee from UAB and Quincy Ballard from Wichita State. Sean Jones and Josh Hubbard are expected to return. The transfer portal is flooded this year, and State is far from done as both head coaches look to add more pieces. Ashlyn, back to you.
Mississippi State baseball picked up its first SEC series win of the season, taking 2 out of 3 games against South Carolina at Dudy Noble Field. The Gamecocks took Game 1 on Friday, beating the Bulldogs 7-3 after capitalizing on early runs. But State responded Saturday with an 11-4 win, blasting 5 home runs, including 2 from Ross Highfield. Chase Hungate got the win in relief, tossing nearly 5 scoreless innings. On Sunday, the Bulldogs dominated 6-0 to clinch the series. They held South Carolina to just 2 hits while stacking up 11 of their own.
We've had, really the week we had, to see the kids respond. We know we can play. We've shown that. We've gone and played the toughest places, and like Robbie said, we're play away and whatever. They need some confidence. Hopefully this will give them some confidence, let them enjoy playing baseball. I think that's a big part of it. Have fun.
State now hits the road to face Alabama in Tuscaloosa. That series starts today. Sierra Sacco and Nadia Barbary wasted no time getting the Bulldogs on the board, launching back-to-back home runs over the right field fence to open the game. It marked the team's 4th pair of back-to-back homers this season. Delaney Everett set the tone in the circle, throwing a season-high 76 pitches in Game 1, helping keep the momentum in the Bulldogs' favor. Kylie Edwards led the offense with a team-high 3 RBIs, while Sosa threw 2 scoreless innings before blasting a game-ending home run, her 10th of the season. With the offensive surge, the Bulldogs have now totaled 54 home runs this season, tying for 5th most in Mississippi State's single-season history. Super Bulldog Weekend is around the corner, and you will not be bored. Bulldog football will be taking place for their spring game. Baseball will host Kentucky, softball against Ole Miss, and the Starkville Derby, also known as the Wiener Dog Race, will take place on May 3rd. That's all we have the time for today. We will see you in 2 weeks for more sport updates. After the break, we will see how an art gallery is getting campus ready for the International Fiesta.
As concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans, veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals. Farming can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll, not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day, of course, but this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles and deeper, more serious issues. It may be a tough conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Thomas Hunt.
And I'm Mercy Rain. We appreciate you tuning in this Friday afternoon. Last week's Mississippi State students got a sneak peek of global culture through art. On the second floor of the Union, the International Fiesta Art Gallery opened its doors, showcasing pieces inspired by cultures from all around the world. The gallery featured artwork inspired by different cultures created by MSU students. Each piece told a unique story, giving visitors a glimpse into traditions, customs, and perspectives from all around the world. The 33rd International Fiesta kicks off tomorrow on the drill field from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Expect the parade of flags, live performances, international food, and games. It's free, open to the public, and a chance to experience the many cultures represented on campus all in one place. Now let's take one last look at weather.
Yeah, so basically all we're going to have to deal with is just sunshine throughout the rest of this weekend. And we'll warm up too. Notice on Monday, 82 degrees. A cold front will pass on through on Tuesday, but we warm back up until our next storm chance on Friday, 64 degrees then.
I don't know about y'all, but I am ready for some sunshine. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, guys, we appreciate you all sticking with us today. We hope you have a great weekend, and we hope to see you in a couple weeks.